bring out your best Rocket League in V1. Now, they've been better at clutching up at the important moments recently. Still, though, tough matchup here against Complexity.
Version1, they know their major spot is so close. They can't look too far ahead, though. Complexity going to be a difficult out here in the upper semifinal, our second best of 7 of the day. And lying in wait is G2, but like I said, you can't be thinking about that. Shad, Razebull, and AJG on the other side of the pitch as we get underway here on Manfield.
What a prospect we've got here. Can Complexity play spoiler to yet another team's major qualification? They've done it before at their own benefit. They're still in the running themselves as well. Don't forget that. But Version1 have been on form recently. This is still the best split that they've ever produced in the history of this organization, the history of this team. Razebull denying beast mode. An early option on net.
Razebull trying to pull that one out with no boost. Beast mode will kick him out of the way. Complexity, some early defense, but a nice move from AJG to give Razebull some space. And a good pop-up as well. Complexity just trying to get set up. They might get the shot, and there it is. Complexity strike first.
Shad not going to miss from that range. All went wrong on the back wall here. Beast mode trying to catch the ball, because that's an extremely greedy move. When there's somebody air dribbling at you, you got to think that the dunk is possible. Beast mode just, I think, had to dodge it to the ball there. You got to flip at it and make sure that you keep the ball in the corner. Doesn't do it, and of course, Complexity are there to capitalize.
Version1 definitely want to limit those high-risk position, or the high-risk decisions, if you will, as Beast mode tries to stall the play out in midfield. A Complexity known for having that quick shot offense. Here's a quick shot from COL. They're back on defense. Beast mode swings back around. Torment was looking real close. He almost got punished. He still might, and he does! Shad rolls right with him for the second goal.
Oh no, Torment, where are you going, buddy? That first touch, not ideal. I mean, Shad's all over him, which is excellent work by him again, but V1 have been their own worst enemies in this game so far. 2 goals that they probably could have prevented. But they're down early in the series. That's the worst way for it to start as well. Big mistakes. But plenty of time to come back.
I was surprised to see Torment pull up so far on that play. It was not clear how that 50 was going to work in front of the box. He still had a teammate trying to rotate out in front of him, so and now Torment having to come back quickly, but here's Beast mode. Take the ball away, and COL might have a breakout. Quick shot again. Shad can't get there. Too much power.
Yeah, great placement as well from COL. Knew that he had a bottom right corner to aim at here off Beast mode's clear. COL just lurking at the halfway line, and he perfectly places his shot out of Shad's reach. Not a moment too late as well. It's good that they've got that goal back quickly. That's going to help them forget the misplays that they've just made at the other end of the field.
COL will get a look on the kickoff as well. Another kick down for AJG. They kick that one straight on target. It's taken away by COL. Version1 able to square up on defense. Torment finally getting that 50 through. But Complexity sort of work their way around back to midfield thanks to Shad. Beast mode can't kick it away. Razebull is following that play closely. Complexity winning that follow-up game right now in this sequence. AJG couldn't get the bump. And Complexity back on the retreat.
Big air dribble coming out of COL though. Reset attempted. I don't think he landed it though. Shad played for the ball either way. That's a smart play by Shad. You can easily get mind games anticipating a flip reset and getting in the way of a shot that never actually happens. Got to ball chase. You got to make sure to make contact. Shad does so.
Now COL couldn't get a great handle on that ball, but that's a perfect pop for Beast mode. 2 taps and just missed it. Razebull getting underneath it, just trying to protect the rock, and Beast mode can't get his way around him. Good work from Razebull, but the push isn't over. COL shot denied. 2 commit from Complexity. Beast mode over 1. A demo on the backside by onto AJG. But Version1 got to try again here from midfield. Torment, he's getting a little mechanical from midfield. Beast mode on the other side, denied by AJG.
Yeah, great work there from Version1, denying so many boosts. But on the other side, we're seeing Complexity so quick to use what little boost they do have. Just driving into position with 12 boosts, and suddenly it's all gone and you've got 0. I think you've got to be a bit more careful with their boost management there. They're going to be in trouble in these onslaughts from Version1. They don't manage their boost more carefully.
And Version1 playing a tight rotation here on defense as well, but they've gotten every touch. COL gets bumped back down to the ground. That's a good lob from RLCS. Nobody's there to challenge, and AJG punishes Version1 up by 2 again.
Great pop from RLCS, catching everybody off guard. But COL actually turning around to see if the boost is up in the corner. He wanted to make a run for it. And nobody had that back post covered. Love that approach from AJG, coming in so quickly. And he catches 2 players pre-jumping with his little shot.
It seems like one solid touch from Complexity on offense, and all of a sudden Version1 are running to the back wall of the backboard, trying to play reactionary to Version1, thanks to that quality touch from RLCS and also from Shad earlier. Beast Mode tried to wrap his way around the box. Torment, that shot's too high, and Beast Mode barely misses.
Oh, how many times are we going to see crossbars and posts for Version1? Another clutch save, this time RLCS keeping the ball near his teammate Shad as well. Minute left for Complexity to survive this first game, and that's a huge challenge from RLCS. Buying his team so much time. Becomes locked up, Shad at the goal line, and Torment's slow shot will cross it. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Shad. He just couldn't do anything here. He was just completely stuck behind COL.
Got bodied out of the way. COL might as well just sat on him there. That's a big goal for Version1. It hasn't been the cleanest game 1 from them. And to come back to almost tie it, maybe they will in this final minute. It's a good win from COL. And AJG pops that one up. COL getting a demo on RLCS on his way out. Torment also wanting that 50, trying to take advantage of that demo, but just too long, and Complexity get the clear.
Well, Version1, for the majority of this game, have had midfield control. They've created more chances. Their accuracy has let them down at times. Complexity, clinical finishing has been the difference for them. Less than 20 seconds left. Version1 trying to keep this ball alive in the middle of the box. That's great work from Shad. Lunging off the inside of his own post to keep the ball away from the danger.
RLCS also protecting the ball. Just trying to hang on to that lead, but can't get the clear. RLCS trying to get back down to it. It's chaotic in front of the box. AJG will be first on it. And Shad just has to put it in the ground, but he wants the goal instead to end the game on Manfield. Complexity start off well here in game 1.
Yeah, great defensive stand by Complexity. They've done enough in this one. It was a really tough game. The 4-2 score does not actually tell the full story because we had defensive mistakes from Version1 early on, which Complexity immediately capitalized on. For the rest of the game, it was mostly Version1 who were controlling the midfield though, and they were the ones who were creating chances, and they were controlling the boost. If we see more of that, I think Complexity will be in trouble in the entire series, but they've got the job done in game 1. And I know that they can play more efficiently with their boost than they did in this game, so they should be able to survive like they did in defense towards the end of this game.
And that mistouch from Torment when he was caught just a little too far forward as well. It's giving too much length to Complexity's lead. But I did like Version1's presence in the midfield, especially their form on offense. COL really started to play headhunter, trying to generate opportunities through demos. Beast Mode was also trying to cut into the rotation, get some awkward challenges to keep Complexity on their back wheels. So there was a lot of good looks from Version1. But that transition game from Complexity, I think just 1 or 2 touches that make life awkward for Version1 on defense, and that's where the holes start popping up for Version1. Besides that other transition, I'm thinking about the pop from RLCS and the goal from AJ, or was it not AJG, was Shad earlier as well. Just from a well-placed ball, everyone else on the back wall and not able to challenge. So Version1 can continue to challenge those balls on defense. Well, probably won't have as much trouble keeping Complexity out of the net.
Yeah, I think so. They have to just be careful, more careful than they were at the start of this game. We had Beast Mode with an extremely greedy backboard catch attempt in a position you've got to be flipping into the ball. Then Torment kind of own goaling with an assist for Complexity immediately afterwards. Very, very strange start of that game for Version1. They settled into it quite well. Let's see if they can keep up that momentum that they've sort of established towards the end of the game. We've got to remember though, Complexity were still able to score just off their own chances that they created. It wasn't just Version1 defensive mistakes.
And they might get another one here. RLCS rips it to the top. You're not saving that one.
Oh, they're taking their chances well. Every single shot is an absolute laser. RLCS over the top of Torment. What an absolute banger just 20 seconds into the game.
121 kilometers per hour. Come on, man. RLCS putting in work early. Torment pops this one up, back to Calm. Shot on, and what a save from Razebull off the bar. Beast Mode demoed as he tried to keep the play up. Torment doesn't have a lot of boost, but he'll be in the area, and he'll be cleared by Complexity.
Well, clear difference there between the two shots. Both of them look like similar quality opportunities, I would say, but Razebull makes sure to score his one. Calm hits the bar, just slightly miss-hitting it. Nice little bump there by Torment on the retreat. Taking Shad briefly out of the game, but Shad's back in the game now. You know, they just don't want to rotate all the way back. Shad staying in the middle, turns back around, keeps his ball cam on. They are absolutely slamming shots on net now, Jarby. Every single chance they get, they are making it really difficult for Version1 to stop.
Yeah, I mean, in Version1, they can't make up for a whiff because the very next touch is, like you said, I mean, that's a ripper towards the net. What do you do when Shad and Razebull are hitting the ball so hard? Don't miss if you're Version1. Razebull pops that one down. Complexity look in form right now at the start of this series. And it is a long one to get to that upper final, but, you know, for fans at home, we're probably wondering, oh, does Razebull score that? No, just bounced off the box. But also thinking about the quality of how G2 are playing and thinking that's the next task for either of these teams. Right now, Complexity in control and really trying to make a case for why they might be the ones to do it.
Another shot goes high from Torment, easily dealt with by Complexity. This is a far better game from Complexity in terms of the midfield control. They're really getting those challenges in early. They're stopping B1 from establishing that constant threat that they had for so much of game number 1. They're keeping their back corner boost fully under their control as well. That's 2 minutes gone, and I think we've maybe had one clear-cut chance. Make it another one for Complexity. That's a nice demo by Com, and he's still got control. Bumps Shad off the play as well.
What happened there? There was just a series of bumps and little chips where the ball just kind of started floating in front of the box, and you thought the bouncer was going to go in, and then Com trying to get the bump onto Shad, and he nailed it. I mean, there were several chances for Complexity to put the third goal in, but I'm not sure how it's not in. Beast Mode gets over AJG. Version1, as fun as the defense is, need a little bit more on the other half of the field. A touch, an idea from AJG. He's gonna die here for now. Shad, he doesn't care, will rip that one down.
Version1 now getting a taste of their own medicine. This is where Complexity had to play the majority of the last game. Now 1v1, Beast Mode doesn't have any boost to play with. Decides to offload to Torment. Razebull's got that one covered. Now Com accidentally hits the ball back towards his own corner, but he'll have it under control. Not for long though. Shad playing the man instead of the ball. That's the smart play, because if you hit the ball, you're just giving a clear to Version1. Shad knows that, just takes the player out of the game. And again, the ball remains lifeless near the net. Beast Mode unable to dunk on AJG, who deliberately hits the ball high and over the top of him. Again, away from Version1, not many chances per minute here. And oh my goodness, Razebull's made it 3. There was an in-and-out save on the way, but Razebull snipes the top corner right by it.
Oh, easy for Razebull. Just makes his car tall, gets it right on the wheel for the redirect, and no chance for the defender to get that one. Excellent shot in front of the box by Razebull. And it's Complexity just controlling the rhythm of this game. Torment, his shot immediately denied by Razebull, but he's not done. Light one taken away by Shad. And little defense Complexity's played on Forbidden Temple, but they make quick work of it. Beast Mode will finally break through the wall.
And a bit of miscommunication there from Complexity. Beast Mode just went for it. You gotta just go for it at times like this. You're down by 3, no point in trying to wait for a better looking opportunity. Just hit it on that, see what happens. And it turns out Razebull turning around in no man's land. Thought AJG was gonna get a touch on this. Thought his work was done. In some places, a double commit's better than no commit at all. You've got to go there, got to make sure to block the shot. Complexity don't. Beast Mode scores.
Sometimes, as long as you make contact, that's all that matters. Torment trying to swipe underneath AJG. But that transition from Complexity is always a little scary. You see Razebull pop that up, but they were patient as Torment had to defend that shot from Shad, who keeps ripping hard shots at the net. Com denied by Razebull. See demos Torment. And Beast Mode forced into service on defense. AJG in front of the box. Shad committed for it. Razebull 2 boost as he races back. Beast Mode playing Enforcer. Can't get the bump. Razebull gets over him. Shad's got the shot, and Version1 get caught out again.
That's a shooting tutorial here by Complexity. Every time that they get a look at the goal, they smack it into it. And meanwhile, Version1 actually struggling to hit their shots. That was another very, very slow attempt there by Com. Of course, the ball's running away from him, so it's harder to get a clean strike onto it. But you'd expect a player of Com's caliber, and I mean, he'd expect of himself to make it a bit more difficult for the goalkeeper to get the save there under pressure as well. The demo was going towards him, but too easy for the goalie of Complexity.
And that's got to be frustrating for Version1, considering, I mean, talking about it in the oh, hang on a second. All right, 31 seconds, 2 goals, not impossible. It's a nice shot from Torment.
I like the little celebration as well with the reverse wall dash. Torment practicing the mechanics right after the goal gets scored.
I think every pro is competing to who can have the best post-goal chain dash on the wall.
It's a good time to get the reps in, a good time to get it done since you're there anyway, but what else is there to do? You know, that being said, you do actually get some points if you drive into a teammate after a goal gets scored. You get a low 5 points if you drive into a teammate, and then you get 10 points for the scoreboard if you aerial into a teammate. I didn't know this until recently, so I've left so many points on the table over the years.
You've been just leaving your teammates out to dry, but Version1, they're left out to dry here. Complexity kill the rest of the time on the clock. And do you call a timeout here if you're Version1? Their major chances on the line. They have a good shot at making it, but Complexity have driven this entire series so far.
Yeah, I think it's time for a timeout. I think it's time to try and slow down this Complexity momentum. Even if the game plan from Version1 is to stay the same, and that's what they're going to go for. They are going to go for the timeout here. They have to slow down this Complexity momentum. Complexity getting game 1 against the run of flow of the game. It was mostly Version1 with the control and the possession, and Complexity were just too clinical, took all the chances they got. Now, game 2 is actually Complexity who had full control, and they're still shooting at a far higher caliber than Version1 are. So it's mostly, I think, mechanical from Version1. I think there's mechanical issues that they've got. I don't think they need to make a strategical change, but this is a smart timeout just to try and kill some of that Complexity momentum before going into game number 3.
Isn't that kind of scary though? If it's just mechanical, like you've been hitting the bar a lot, right? So you'd think it'd be easy, just like, okay, my shot placement just needs to be a little lower. But I feel like when players aren't having the best day in the accuracy department or in the mechanical department, it's really hard to actually get back on form in a series. Like I feel like I'm over rotating a little bit, or I keep getting caught out in no man's land. Like I don't know. Am I thinking wrong there? Like is that actually easier to adjust mid series, or is mechanics like just harder to break through mentally?
Well, I'm sure they've got ideas of what to default to if they're not feeling great mechanically. Well, we did actually see a card change after game 1 for one of the V1 players, which would kind of back up the idea that they're just not feeling on their game mechanically today. But I think it's just all about simplicity. You know, if the mechanics aren't there, the precise finesse mechanics aren't coming together, flip resets and close to card ball control, you need to just start booming the ball. You've got to get a couple of of hard hits in there, just hard clears, hard passes at each other on the ground. Just no nonsense Rocket League is what I expect to see from V1.
Now, V1 got a chance to take a break and just kind of reset the mentality and just, shake the hands off a little bit, because Complexity, well, they're staring down the barrel of an upper final finish at the very least to go play G2. The task got a little longer and a little harder here for Version1, but as you've pointed out multiple times, Johnny, the essence is there. The form is there on the pitch for Version1. They just have to put together that final touch, the cherry on top on some of these sequences as we get underway.
Well, let's see what they decide to go for. A nice little possession off the kickoff for Torment. He actually gets the goal from not landing his reset, so they haven't done what I expected. That's, just going for hard hits instead of mechanics. But Torment getting a big mind game there. No reset on the play. It's sort of the basic idea there. To just simplify, go for the mind game. And he completely catches Complexity off guard.
I mean, you did say simplicity is the name of the game. Simple little read for Torment. And popped again. Torment's going to almost get 2, but it was a little wide. Shad plays it away.
And the shot power just not there for Torment. He, got to be absolutely slamming that to the top corner. Nothing else is satisfactory for pros in the modern Rocket League world. But Version1 have struggled with that power. You know, even if you hit the bar there, it's probably better than shooting slowly on target. You've got follow-up from teammates now. That's a hard shot from Com, saved by Shad. They need just more of that. Just keep smacking the ball around. That's, I think, how V1 get back in the groove.
Ooh, and a nice bump too, but unfortunately Version1 were definitely playing the clear. And Com, the Shad is just diving forward, does not care. As Version1 try to get another clear here. Com keeps it close. Com underneath on the flip, reset, back over to beast mode. 2 taps overneath to Shad, excuse me.
Overneath, I like that. That should
yeah, it's a great new word. I'm calling it the Jorbictionary. You know, coming to a Rocket League store near you. Beast mode, dropping that one, and Shad can't get the ball away from Com. Version1 having much more success with controlling the game beyond the midfield line like they did in game 1. But they just allow RazeBull to pull forward with no boost, and now Complexity are able to set up a midfield with 2 nice 50s from AJG. Hard shot again!
Oh.
It does not matter. If Shad is shooting the ball in the attacking third, he's going to score.
The positioning from Torment just got so awkward here. Drives forward, and that is all that Shad needed. Saw Torment off the goal line, shoots essentially straight at him, but because Torment has started turning away from the ball, he actually couldn't get to it, and that's an extremely awkward goal to concede. Now Torment's flipped past the ball. I think he just needs to calm down here. They're maybe gonna get a goal. Oh my goodness, what a save by Shad! How has he kept that one out the net? You'd think surely V1 are gonna get their lead back. Shad says no.
Shad definitely does not want to give Version1 any kind of room to breathe in this series. He's trying to keep the team at least tied, wants to add another one to his goal total. Here he just lets it fly for AJG, and he'll just jump in front to keep the push alive. Just misses that one, and Shad is hoppy today, isn't he? He's even going to stay downfield for this one and forces Torment to respect it. Com has to come in, gets not an ideal clear. Complexity still in control. And another shot from RazeBull comes underneath, takes it away from beast mode, but the follow-up man got bumped by beast mode on the way out, so Version1 back to the blue. Hang on, Torment around the... Oh, he couldn't get the dish. RazeBull coming back for the clear.
Well, Complexity look like they are absolutely going for this. Time and time again, this team, they're at RLCS Season X in South America, and in the new RLCS season in North America, have been so impressive when the pressure climaxes. And Version1, meanwhile, yet to peak in this matchup. They have not looked like they've brought their A game in any of the 3 games we've seen so far. Complexity can get one more win, then what on earth are Version1 going to do? Because they're the team who called the timeout here. They tried to kill Complexity's momentum, got the early goal, still find themselves in a tight game, tie game. Less than 2 minutes left, and it's Version1 in defense at the moment. Torment trying to get it over the midfield, but AJG's right there to stop him.
Yeah, just nothing there for Version1. Full tank of boost for Com, but RazeBull's there to defend it. AJG picking up a demo, leaving Torment stranded. And now he breaks the block, and a follow-up crucial from beast mode. It could be a transition. Torment lets it rip, and Version1 finally have a lead.
Wow, what a play though by Complexity. I feel like Shad's got a bit overexcited there, diving in his third man for an extremely speculative effort. Torment with a goal that surely will settle the nerves. They're clearly on display in this game. I love the little mind game though by Complexity at the near post to set up that shot. They completely fooled V1. But V1 reacted after they realized they'd had the rug pulled from under them, and they made the perfect plays, got the save, got the clear, got the goal.
Shad ends up getting the demo, but the ball heads the other way. It kind of works out for Complexity. All RazeBull can do is dump the ball in front of the box and continue to whittle down this Version1 defense. Midfield hasn't been the easiest to hold. Version1 starting to get more real estate moving forward. Com slowing it down by RazeBull. AJG, can he get the clear out? Midfield still in control of Version1. Beast Mode wins that touch in the corner. Nice touch back to Com. Beast Mode gets it done. Com delivers.
Phenomenal pass from Beast Mode. Jumps on the witty clear from AJG, and a little pop into the middle to deny any opportunity for Complexity to stop the shot. RazeBull had to do something here to pressure the ball. He decided to go for a pre-jump. Very ambitious. Beast Mode completely outplays him.
And Complexity not without the offensive output either. 8 shots on net. It's more than a few. And you certainly had Shad, who was jumping all over the place on the orange half, really preventing Version1 from clearing the ball for what seemed like minutes. But eventually Version1 did crack through, and now Complexity are having problems staying in the orange half. It's another pull back to the corner from COM. Beast Mode will carry it out.
Yeah, huge win here. If V1 can just hold on for a little bit longer. RazeBull's coming at them with the reset. COM goes right for the ball. That should be enough to secure game 3 and the first win for Version1 in the series. A game where Complexity absolutely had them on the ropes, but one overextension gave V1 the lead, and good closeout there by V1 as well with the phenomenal assist from Beast Mode. Worst thing you could do against Complexity is, you know, get that 1 goal lead and sit back in defense, hope that they don't score on you, but that's not what V1 did. They took the fight to the Complexity half. That's where they've looked more comfortable, by far, in this matchup.
And able to take advantage of the situation on both halves of the field. And the post-game 2 tactical timeout continues to be successful for teams. I think I need a direct check on teams' records, just game records after calling a timeout after 2 games. But I imagine it feels like it's 60% or more. Post game 3, it's like 0. Don't call a timeout after game 3. It's not that one's not going to work. Version1 though, this is a chance on Coliseum to take back control of the series, make Complexity sweat a little bit, because that was really the first time where their throw everybody on offense strategy just did not work out for them.
The Complexity are just going to keep on. They're just going to keep going. They're not going to slow down. They're not going to stop committing everybody to the attack. V1 have to know that, and they need to keep on preemptively anticipating those third man commitments that Complexity love to make happen. COM trying to offload here to Beast Mode. I love the lateral movement with passing and defense. What speed by COM. Not able to get back to it after the first touch. This is a good start to the game by V1. COM actually looking to pre-jump off the ceiling here to collect another defensive pass. V1 absolutely on the same page now. Lots of passing, lots of hard hits. This is more like it from them. Can they keep it up against Complexity?
Yeah, you know when COM is jumping up off the ceiling in midfield, he's feeling a little bit better. Now he's got the carry back over. And Shad actually taking the ball away in midfield. Beast Mode cuts off the approach, and AJG actually got pushed off the path on the rotation. This allows a clear from Torment. COM couldn't get that pass. It's denied by Shad. Things stabilize for Complexity, and it's still a battle for midfield. And a nice soft touch. But try to give AJG a chance at it, but now RazeBull still controls in the corner. It's COM. Can't get the touch. RazeBull underneath. Couldn't get the bump on the Beast Mode like he wanted, but Complexity still have control. AJG one more off the ceiling. He missed contact. It might not have mattered. He comes down. Unconventional, unorthodox. Call it whatever you want, Johnny. It worked.
Oh, Shad's jumped up so early for this, and AJG hits it down into the ground. Shad adjusts his flight path and manages to put it over the finish line. What a goal by Shad. What a pass from AJG. That's pure chaos from Complexity. I have no idea how Shad managed to predict where the ball was going. Oh, he's done it, and now here he is again. Tight of an angle, too tight of an angle for him to double up. Complexity have completely bamboozled V1 on that last play.
RazeBull gonna clear this one out. I feel like Complexity, that's kind of their MO, isn't it? It's just talk about throwing bodies, committing all 3 players on offense. But then, I swear, they create more chaotic opportunities like that than any other team in North America. It's fun when it ends up working out for them. Now they move down the field again, trying to add to their lead. But COM able to swipe that ball away. He's got a little bit of time to think about it. They'll just dump it back as AJG gets back to Shad.
Shad looking to get another play going. He's going to be feeling so great after that last goal. What synergy we had on display there. He thought he was jumping. It turned out he was pre-jumping. Oh, look at this from COM! Redirecting the crossbar shot into the net. That's why you got to keep an eye on the play after the boost steal. He realizes there might be something more to play for here. Equalizes in style.
Oh, that's a nasty shot from COM. I love goals like that. The angle's so tight. I mean, if you tried to measure that, it's at least 170 degrees. And I mean, that's just ridiculous stuff from COM. Shad wrapping his way around, but COM's got midfield. Pops it up high, and RazeBull and AJG have committed. COM can put this in a favorable spot. Beast Mode might be able to punish, but that's a tough read to make off the ceiling, and RazeBull has control.
And wisely just air dribbling straight over the top of the early challenge. RazeBull realizing that a couple times he's gone for flip resets, he's being challenged immediately, so he has to switch it up, go for the standard air dribble every once in a while to keep Version1 guessing. We know how much RazeBull loves his flip resets, but if you go for it every time, it's too predictable. So he's keeping the variety in his offensive game. Now here he is. Again, sees the pre-jump coming, tries to go over it, but Beast Mode adjusts, flies higher. There's a little mind game going on here between RazeBull and the entirety of the V1 aerial defense. They're predicting him very well at the moment, but how long will that last?
Well, Shad, they have to predict him as well. I guess Shad's predictable, but his shots are undefendable. RazeBull, wow, that's a nice catch. Excuse me, I was so surprised that RazeBull got such a perfect catch on that. And Torment won't be able to get a touch. Another clear for Complexity. Version1 haven't been able to spend a lot of time in the blue half. It has been quick transitions from Complexity, and it's just taken a little bit more effort for Version1 to get a clear, but then to hold that midfield. RazeBull getting in the way. Torment will try to push forward off the back wall, but it's taken away again. Defense too strong right now for Complexity.
Oh, big play from AJG. Centers to RazeBull. Save necessary there for Version1. We've got so many pre-jumps in defense. Every time Complexity look like they might be starting an air dribble, Version1 not wasting time with their challenges. That's great stuff to see. Making life easier for their goalkeepers. Still tied as we approach the final 30 seconds of the game. Look how far the defensive line of Complexity's moved up there. They really want to get the interceptions going early. But now here come V1. Beast Mode. No way through the near post. Shad and AJG keeping up the ball pressure. Version1 actually managed to steal a boost away there. Shad grabs the other back corner. That should give them enough to establish a solid position.
Ooh, nice little 50 from Com. The end of regulation. AJG, no boost, so we can't challenge this one. Torment keeps it in the air, but now it's all about the kickoff as we start overtime.
Version1 decides to go for the kill in the middle. So do Complexity. We're just watching a bunch of 50-50s. The kickoff is still happening, but neither team coming out with a big win. So looks like we're going to go into midfield play now. RazeBull centering. Decides to pre-flip into the middle just to cause as much of a threat as he can. Be as unpredictable as he can. Now, what a pass that is. What a shot that is. Complexity 3-1 up. Shad finds AJG with the blind pass into the middle. No one from Version1 anywhere near close enough to react or to make the save. 134 kilometers an hour as well. Oh my goodness.
I think Complexity, they must have entered a new code into the Rocket League source that just made the ball like full of lead. Because I don't know how they are just consistently getting that much power on their shots. I mean, that's ridiculous. And Version1, there's just, what do? There's no answer to that. You gotta be able to position for both options in front. And I mean, that was just chaotic by AJG and Shad. That's a Complexity marquee goal there. But other than that, it was so tight. And that pass and shot, like, that's not a bad position to be in on the goal line. But the shot was so hard, you're not saving it.
Yeah, Complexity shooting's simply been better than Version1 today. They have absolutely been drilling their shots in the top shelf with as much power as possible. Whereas Version1 not quite able to get the maximum power out of their shots at several occasions in this series. And it's been a big problem for them because when your shots are just arcing slowly towards the top corner, the goalkeeper's going to make a save. Right here, if we saw a slow shot from AJG or slower shot, maybe it's a save for Version1, game goes on. But they're just making sure to absolutely slam every single ball that they make contact with. And now I know how Version1 are going to bounce back from this. That was a real tilter of a game to lose to a brilliant passing play, but more importantly earlier on, to lose to an accidental passing play. Yeah, they've just got to completely try and block that one out of their memory right now. Focus on the task at hand. They're going to stay in the upper bracket. They need to win 3 straight, and not a bad start, but Shad keeps it tied.
You know, they came into the upper bracket with a full head of steam, but Version1 have since cooled off. And Complexity removed all the coal out of the engine. Gotta find a way to shove it back in there and get the engine going. RazeBull launches this ball up high and actually wins the touch on his way out of the stadium. This is a chance for Torment. Really wants to force, trying to air dribble that ball into a 50. and then having Calm or Beast Mode follow that one up. But almost every time it's Torment to lead the charge out of his own half. Most times you're seeing him trying for that air dribble. Sometimes it's worked, but I think most times Complexity have been able to sniff it out and get out.
Yeah, the aerial defense doesn't seem to be weak today at all from Complexity. I'm not sure why Version1 are prioritizing air dribbles as much as they are. And Complexity are always going to send somebody up early. You're not going to have time against them to land a reset and then decide what you want to do with it. There's going to be a challenge. So I would love to see something just a bit more simple from Version1, not investing all of your boost for a play that probably isn't going to work against Complexity and hasn't worked against Complexity an awful lot today. But let's see what they decide to go for. Obviously, this is an extremely mechanical team. Beast Mode and Calm can definitely make those pop-off solo plays. Here's another one being attempted. It looks like the reset must not have landed. Either that or Beast Mode decided that using it would have just put him out of position.
Raise Bull keeps this one away, and I mean, as you've been talking, it's been Version1 just... they're trying. And finally, Calm gets a win here, but it's Shad still in control. There's always someone ready to respond on Complexity. Even here, here's Beast Mode. Pops it up for an air dribble, but just lobs it down. Calm gets a boost steal. Well, maybe he can get something pushed forward, but AJG, again, there on the challenge. Beast Mode gets there in front, but Torment swings way wide for the corner boost. Raise Bull's got the shot, and he's gonna nail it every time on the one-on-one. 1-0 Complexity.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should practice your ground shots in free play, not your air dribbles. I mean, how many air dribbles are Version1 going to throw at Complexity without even creating a single shot on target? All I see is wasted boost and absolutely no real threat. But Complexity, they're just sticking to the simple stuff. They're just hitting the ball in the net hard, and that's how you score in most of the goals in Rocket League. They are definitely the more consistent of the two teams today. So from here, Version1 have got to completely step it up a massive amount if they're going to come back.
Beast Mode. Can't fall back on that ball. Again, the rotation. A little haphazard, but is that going to go in? No, it's too light of a shot from Torment. AJG had got bumped on the play, could recover in time to get back to it. Version1 still on offense, but Raise Bull stuffs them. Torment has to work from the corner. Not ideal, but he makes it work, and AJG covers it up. Shad might have a shot. Lets it roll. Calm puts it back to the corner.
Yeah, phenomenal defense there from AJG. Dodges the demo and manages to save the shot, which was coming on target. Not able to get this one, though. Torment sneaks it across the line right before the recovery came through. Beast Mode threatened the shot on target there. Actually got Shad to pre-jump, so that's a massive play from Beast Mode, making the shot look convincing enough to bait the pre-jump out of Shad. And Torment quickly follows with the equalizer.
Now Version1 have to do it again and prevent AJG from doing something here. Beast Mode does shake him off the ball. Calm having to avoid him to get the ball away from Raze Bull. Now Calm again. Playing the bully, and he's successful as Torment converts.
And it's another just simple goal for Version1. When they make it look this easy, I wonder why they don't do it more often, because that was a brilliant play, perfectly timed demo by Calm. Nowhere for the goalie to go. The shot never going to allow anybody to catch up either. They really just stepped it up like we asked for them. We need to see more of that from Version1, but at the same time, Complexity are going to come at them, so it's all about defense from now on. Make sure that they don't lose this lead that they just generated for themselves.
Pretty sure that almost every goal Version1 have scored is off of a Calm demo or a bump or something. So it's working. Maybe Calm, just sit down there. You'll get more boost steals and more bumps. Maybe more goals, but still out on that one is Raise Bull and Shad. Shad really hoppy today. Just can't stop hitting that jump button. His Torment is 50, goes back over to Calm, and Beast Mode has to wait in midfield. Actually gets that grab off the attempted flick from Shad. Version1 doing good to hang on to midfield. Torment, a little flip reset. Really still opting for control. A little easier to do when you have the lead. Shad can't get back to that one, just being in the area. AJG cut off by Calm. Still good work here from Version1. Beast Mode trying to catch them out on the rotation, but Shad comes down with the ball. Torment can't get him off, and Calm gonna push it back downfield.
Yeah, Torment importantly got a touch onto Shad. If he couldn't get the ball, he had to stop Shad there. That's what he did. So the counter-attack fizzled. Version1 just focusing on these extremely deep rotations. They don't want to get caught out by a hard clear, but now comes out of the game. It's a 2v2 briefly. In fact, 3v2 as everybody from Complexity's in the area. Beast Mode goes right towards the ball and gets it away from the danger area.
Ooh, Torment harassed by Shad. He's going to collect the boost. He's got the ball. Nice little wave landing. Razebull gets bumped out of the way by Beast Mode. AJG turns right back into midfield. Protect the boost and give it right back up to Calm. Beast Mode tries to dive forward. Razebull cuts him out. The end of regulation. Version1 trying to hold, but a clear. Back to Shad. Shad with control, trying for the bump, and Beast Mode gets over top of him. AJG tries one more time. That's a solid touch. Shad trying to chain dash his way to the ball. He's successful to pop it up, but it's killed, and Version1 survive.
Version1 with the physical play, stay alive in this upper bracket, and we've got a timeout called by Complexity. I think that's a smart call from them as well. Try to get as much pressure onto Version1 in the moment. And we've actually got a car change coming in from COL as well, which is interesting. So, you know, usually car changes are because someone is not feeling like they're really on their game mechanically. So even though they got the win there, you know, Version1, I don't think they're happy with the success rate of their big aerial plays, their flip resets. They've not been working. They've kept trying it, and it's almost never worked against Complexity. They're definitely not getting goals from it, but to make matters worse, they're coming out of these exchanges with less boost than Complexity. They're coming out with no possession. If you're not generating a shot or putting the opponent in a compromised position from one of these big flashy plays that uses a lot of boost, it's probably not worth it. So they clearly want to keep going for it, though. The car change does tell me that from COM, but I think they're just excellent when it comes to generating those shots on the ground and getting the physical plays working. So more of that, in my opinion, would really benefit Version1 in this Game 6.
It certainly helped to keep Complexity out of any offense. They only had one shot on net. Compare that to the 15 from Version1, and I think they definitely felt a little more comfortable. That being said, though, it was still really tight, and Complexity still had some dangerous transitions. So despite those shots, and I do think that the shots have been a lot better from Version1, Complexity are still keeping it really tight. So they have to keep doing, like you said, Johnny, more of what's been working, and that's the physical heavy game, not these transitions where Razebull gets a one-on-one. Getting Shad to bite early on that play from Beast Mode, that was a nice touch from him, and then a simple demo and flick from COM and Torment. You said it, 3 games ago? Simplicity is the name of the game for Version1. That's what's gotten Complexity to match point, and that may be what gets Version1 to Game 7.
I really think so. You know, they've definitely looked a lot more effective when they just keep it simple, when they focus on their fast recoveries, because these are some extremely mechanical players on both teams. But I think if I had to pick one team that's got an edge mechanically, it would have to be V1. And mechanics, there doesn't always have to be flip resets in the air. It can just be as simple as being slightly more efficient with your boost and slightly more quick in your recoveries than the other team are. That's something I think V1 can do against Complexity. Complexity love to play that unpredictable, that very scrappy style of offense, as we've seen. But V1 can, I think, make it happen as well if they just keep it simple. But I don't think they're going to do that, Jorby. I think they're going to keep on going for air dribbles and flip resets. Who knows? Maybe this is the car change. From that. Yeah, maybe this is the car change that will make it work. There's probably going to be an insane double flip reset goal in this game, and then I'm going to look like an idiot. But
does COM switch to like Fennec, and then he doesn't leave the ground, right? Because apparently Fennec mains don't aerial or something like that.
I think he's still in the Octane. I think he was Octane last game, but he changed I imagine he changed the decal. See if he can feel a little bit faster.
I see. Yes. Rocking that Version1 decal. COM has got his car change. Little mental reset. That means no excuses. COM pass a little too hard. Beast Mode will still come down. Start out on Neo Tokyo. Many a thrilling game has been played on this map. And we just might get one here. It has been warming up. Kind of an ebb and flow, a tug of war. Sometimes Complexity getting the better of Version1. But Version1 unwilling to deviate from their game plan. It's all a matter of which one's going to work more. The hard shots of Complexity or the gritty dribble 50 game of Version1. Torment couldn't get a touch out. Razebull will push it back in.
That's a phenomenal play by Razebull there. Immediately dodging the demo and then getting right into position to stop the shot. COM just unable to catch up on that long range pass. Version1 for the moment is trying to stay as grounded as possible, and Complexity, as always, trying to be as unpredictable as possible.
Raise Bull, a little bit of space. But that one's going to be a clear for version 1. Just a dump and chase for beast mode, but couldn't chase well enough. AJG's in the air. Redirect to save by COL. Drops it straight down. Shad closing the gap, but COL right over top of him. Has to beat Raise Bull. Here comes COL. Saved by Raise Bull. AJG cut off by Torment to keep the push alive for version 1, but it's going to die right here as Shad just missed his contact. That could have been another goal.
Yeah, once again, those recoveries not quite coming through fast enough to stop the counterattack from happening. That was probably the best chance of the game there. The redirect just missing. Now Shad's been bumped out of the way here. Huge connection onto Shad. Raise Bull's completely out of boost, and COL will score before any recovery can come through. Great work by V1. Quick recycle in the play. No chance for Raise Bull to get to it. He did pretty well, to be honest, keeping the ball in the corner with the boost that he had. Once again, like you mentioned, it's a bump play that leads to the goal for version 1.
Wow. Again, well, if it ain't broken, hit it a little harder, and then it should break. That's the game plan for version 1. COL slips that one away from Raise Bull. The Complexity still opting for these passes on the clear. It's always a pass out to Shad, I feel like. Shad's just roaming around midfield, whether he's in the middle or on the side wall. Always trying to get that hard touch out, the quick transition play. But there's another bump. COL gets demoed in response, and Raise Bull trying to protect it. Beast mode keeps Complexity locked in, and version 1 still hunting for that shot.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was trying to figure out how the goal was going to happen there, because of course we saw COL bump somebody, so it was inevitable. But somehow Complexity have escaped a COL bump without conceding.
The statistical anomaly. I'm sure the next one will go in. COL able to stop that ball. Torment back to beast mode, and that's going to be defended. Complexity non-plus on the backboard. AJG somehow worms his way around it, and Shad could rip a shot on net, but you didn't think anything was going to come out of that.
Yeah, AJG really making something out of nothing there. Phenomenal work with low boost in offense. That's a great first touch from AJG as well to keep the ball under control, but COL's got the successful mind game on him. Less than 2 minutes left in version 1. Off that physicality again. I've got that lead for themselves. Brilliant positioning by COL, waiting for the ball to center. Oh, Torment needs some help here. COL is going to give it to him. Complexity are a bit stuck now because this version 1 proving to be a lot more resilient than the one they were just scoring on so much more easily earlier on in the series.
Yeah, ball not flying over their head. Beast mode got that read on the corner earlier. Raise Bull can't push it in front of the box. There's beast mode cutting off AJG. That follow-up's just a little bit tighter for version 1. It is making life difficult for Complexity, despite the fact that they've held the midfield line. All it would take is one solid redirect from Shad again, and maybe this is tied up. But there's beast mode again, high in his own half. AJG dumps it down, and beast mode cuts them off. COL, there's a demo. Surely a goal is coming, but Raise Bull gets on top of it and gets the ball downfield.
Well, they've done it again. Complexity are really stepping up their game in the 5 seconds after the COL demos or bump somebody. But they've got 45 seconds left in the game. They want to win it in 6. Series going to 7, of course, would be incredibly exciting, but it's not what Complexity would want. As version 1's record in those ace matches has been a lot better than it was in RLCS Season X.
Oh yeah, they've definitely a different looking team. They're not losing in decider matches anymore. And what a save from COL. Raise Bull was sitting around like a shark waiting for that ball to come back. Couldn't get a bump either. Torment comes straight back down. More defense for version 1. It's over Shad's head. Torment puts it away from AJG. That's going to kill tons of time off the clock. And Torment knows it. Squares up on the 50. Back down across the corner. COL knows it as well. Just protecting it for beast mode. Excellent work. At the end of regulation, we go to Champions Field.
Version 1 have managed to get their game plan figured out, I think. That was a lot more standard Rocket League from them, and they do look like the better team when they play like this. They look like they're a little bit quicker. They look like they're a little bit more efficient with their movement, and Complexity's passing definitely falling off a little bit. We're seeing a lot of attempted passes actually just ending up on a version 1 player, and Complexity have got to get that right in game number 7. I'm sure they're going to bring their A game, but version 1, the team with the momentum right now, going into that ace match.
Hey, Complexity spent I mean, I don't know the actual time, but I think they spent 2.5 minutes on the orange half and only generated 4 shots. They stayed in midfield for so long, but Version1 just locked down the corners and they were impossible to get by. So for Complexity, I've seen them go to the physical game a couple of times, but we're at the rubber match. Game 7 on Champions Field, presented by Mobile One. Can Version1 complete the comeback here against Complexity and head to face G2 in the upper bracket final?
This is where Complexity secured their fall major spot against Space Station not so long ago. They have proven that once the pressure reaches the climax, they can produce their best form. Can V1 play flawlessly as well? The defense was unreal at the end of that last game. Like you said, shutting down every single chance the Complexity were trying to create before the shot would even happen. So they weren't even allowing shots, never mind goals.
Now you talked about, you talked about how Version1 had been, oh, hang on a second. Oh, I thought Shad and Razebull might have had something going there. Well, you talked about Version1's success in decider matches. Extremely successful. 3-0 in game 7.
There he is.
And there's Com again. He's a big reason for it. He just barrels his way right into the net. Version1 have the lead.
Oh, the speed of the recoveries in the back corner by Com. Absolute perfection. Outplaying the first challenge and then immediately retaking control of the ball so that there's no chance of another challenge coming in and taking it away from him. Huge bump by Com. He has completely turned this series around with the physical play. So clearly the car change was just to switch to whatever his heaviest preset is. Sometimes heavy car bug is good.
Yeah, how long does the car change last?
Whoa!
What?
Oh!
What? No! Absolutely not! Psyonix, please check Com's client. I'm not sure how that ball got out of the net. I don't understand. What in the world? Version1 still have the lead, and there's Com again pushing it back to midfield.
Well, that definitely looked like it should have been a goal for Complexity, but they've actually managed to miss this one. Great save there. Great job by Com to pull it off the goal line and somehow get it to safety. Oh my goodness, though. Complexity, you're not going to get a better chance than that, surely. But it's looking like a more open game than game number 6 was, which was very clean and tidy in defense from Version1. Now, the chaos seems to be here, and chaos usually exactly what Complexity want. It's another whiff this time. It's Beast Mode hitting the post. The post outplaying the last defender.
Oh, and AJG puts it a little high, but Beast Mode and Torment both commit for this. AJG put that one up high. Shad has to protect this ball. Look at how tight the rotation is from Complexity. But he did the work to get it to AJG. Somehow this is working off the bar and out. And all of Complexity have to rotate back. Shad and Beast Mode. Beast Mode deleted. What a play from AJG. And Shad with the full tank of boost on the transition. Flips it over Torment. But Razebull and Shad end up getting tied up. Beast Mode got the clear.
Oh, Razebull. Oh. He had the idea there. Got the bump and tried to knock the ball on to the net. But again, no contact from Complexity. They were shooting brilliantly at the start of the series. Now they just can't get a hard shot to that. AJG's own goal. He had to do something. He couldn't let the ball cross the box with no contest at all, but that's not the touch he was looking for. He first wants to knock it into the crossbar. 2-0. Version1 are massively improving their major chances at the moment. 2 minutes left for Complexity to pull themselves together.
That one really hurts for Complexity. And there are no bigger Complexity fans, other than they themselves, of course, than Reddles, Arsenal, and Daniel. As if Complexity can somehow come back here in Game 7, Space Station will have clinched a Los Angeles ticket. But that hope is dwindling quickly, and Space Station might have to wait a little bit longer for their major chances. Razebull, he's trying to make it a little shorter. AJG, no chance at it. Beast Mode takes it away. Shot, and AJG's there, but diving back again is Com, and somehow they've kept Complexity out.
The chances, once again, are hard to come by. These are not clear-cut chances. Routine saves for Version1. As they transition into offense now, Com off the crossbar. It's defended well this time, but that's not where Complexity need to be. They need to be the team on the front foot in this matchup, as now a terrible clear by Shad results in a 3rd goal. Complexity have capitulated in Game 7.
Version1 have been the clutch kings in Game 7, and it's off of a couple of floor touches from Complexity. Shad tried to flip back, but he just got caught out a little too far. Couldn't flip back to it, couldn't find the touch he needed, and he got punished. Complexity. The hopes dwindle a little further in the upper bracket. But here comes Version1 again. Calm. That's a double tap, and he just missed it. It looked almost routine, but he almost found it.
Version1 just got to waste some time here. They're in a massively winning position. Complexity they've struggled to really put offense together, defense together. I think they're worst at both ends of the field in Game 7 as well. It's very uncharacteristic of them, usually able to produce their best in these moments. And what a save by Beast Mode again to knock it past the attempted dunk. Shad sticking around in the danger area. It's going to be open for RazeBull, and he does snipe it underneath the pre-jumps. This is what Complexity need. They just need to throw caution to the wind, get everybody into offense, and pile on the pressure. So step 1 done, 2 more to go.
All of this kickoff is important for Complexity. They need to start out on the right wheels, if you will, with only 37 seconds remaining. It's pretty neutral, but AJG, he's not going to waste time. Beast Mode's missed the ball. Not the best shot from Shad. Torment can rip it away, but that's RazeBull, and it's taken away by Calm. So Complexity throwing everybody they can, trying to whip up a hurricane. And AJG back over to RazeBull. He wins another touch. AJG can't force Torment off the play. Beast Mode back in front to Calm. And if Complexity are trying to whip up a storm, Version1 are the eye of the storm. Unfazed by Complexity in game number 7. Time falling off the clock. The ball touches the ground, and Version1 move to play G2.
What a comeback by Version1. They were far, far away from their best as Complexity took a 3-1 lead in this series, but they just did enough. They held on, they kept fighting in those important games to get into Game 7. And when we got to Game 7, they were just by far the better team. They were the calm team. They were the team who knew exactly what to do. And per Complexity, they've fallen apart at the final hurdle here. Luckily for them, it's not their last life. They are still alive here. But unfortunately for all the Space Station Gaming fans, so is the possibility of Space Station Gaming not making the major. Version1, with that win, have just made Space Station Gaming sweat a little bit more.
Yeah, all of a sudden, everyone's looking at Oxygen down the lower bracket, and the sweat droplets just multiplied after this win from Version1. Talking about Space Station fans, it would be unreal to me if Space Station have to somehow play another tiebreaker to get into LAN. Like that, at that point, you might be cursed. But look, it's still looking pretty good for you Space Station fans out there. It's looking very good.
Yeah, we don't want to get it twisted here. It's still looking very good. I mean, Oxygen have to beat FaZe, V1 have to beat G2, Oxygen have to probably beat NRG, as I imagine NRG are going to be in that lower bracket semifinal. And then Space Station would need to lose a tiebreak against Version1 as well, assuming Version1 don't win this event. So it's still very, very likely that Space Station make LAN.
Well, coming down to the wire, we're heading back down to the lower bracket to find who is eliminated and who moves on. Still, major spots on the line. You do not want to miss the next matches. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.